Hello, my dear friends, and today we are going to have an interview with my friend. Her name is Elif, and she is from Turkey. So, hello, Elif, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. You?
Me too. Today we are going to cover topics such as education and also about experience of English learning and also about Turkey. So, the first question is, could you tell us about yourself, about your background, hometown maybe?
Yeah, hello everyone again. My name is Elif and I came to Poland from Turkey. In Turkey, I live in a place called Düzce. It's close to Istanbul. It's like 2 hours away from Istanbul. And I study in Düzce University, and my major is English language teaching. But I'm only in 2nd grade right now. And I came to Poland under
Erasmus.
the Erasmus program, exchange program.
Okay, thank you. The next question, who do you want to be after graduation and why?
Actually, before I started university, it was always my dream to be a translator. But then I decided to study English language teaching because my mother wanted it actually.
The same thing, my mom too, but she wanted me to become a Kazakh teacher language.
Yeah, but it didn't bother me much because if you study English language teaching, you can also be a translator if you get a certificate or anything. So it didn't bother me much. So I'm studying English language teaching, and actually 2 years later, I have no idea what I'm going to be doing.
Really?
Yeah, but there's one thing that I'm sure about. That is that I want to live either in Canada or Germany. Yeah,
that's cool.
So whatever I can do in those countries, I'll do it.
Yeah, so it will be connected with English.
Yeah.
You'll use it.
Yeah, of course.
Of course you'll use it. And also, if I'm not mistaken, your second language is German, yeah?
Yeah, in Turkey we learn German as a second language, as well as English. I don't think that I'm pretty advanced, but
the same thing with
I'm
me.
considering to take a course or something before I leave Turkey.
But you are enjoying studying.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
That's great. So our next part, the main part, is devoting to experience of English language learning. So the first question is, at what age did you start learning English?
Actually, there's not an exact age that I started to learn English, but as you know, we start to learn English in school at second grade, you know. But I can say that I learned English, like totally learned English after high school, when I started to university. Yeah.
So you went to some courses, English courses?
No, not English courses, but I started to. My major is English language teaching, so I went to prep class in Turkey.
So before enrolling to the university, you are some foundation classes, yeah?
This department takes 4 years of study, but 1 year is
for
preparation. Yeah.
And you study only English?
Yeah, you study only English, yeah.
And no matter what your level is, yeah?
They aim you to be the level C1 or C2. It's not C2, you can't be C2.
So in 1 year, they are preparing you for C1 level. In 1 year, really?
Yeah, but it's intense course. Like you take classes, like 5 classes a day, 5 days in a week.
Oh,
so
yeah, every day. Like,
yeah, every day.
Studying English
you
every
get
day.
tired of it.
Yeah.
You write essays, you talk a lot, like everything, and there's no way that you can't learn English.
So your teachers were native speakers or like Turkey?
No, not
Turkish?
natives. Yeah, they were Turkish, but they're pretty advanced.
Yeah. So next question is going to be about language acquisition. So how did you learn English? How was that experience different from learning your mother tongue?
You learn your mother tongue. You start to learn your mother tongue when you were born. So it's of course different because everyone around you talks in your mother tongue, and again, there's no way that you can't learn that language. But if you start to learn another language, it's harder for you to acquire it. Like, you need to do everything by yourself. You need to find friends, for example, to talk, or you need to improve your writing, for example, by yourself. But when it comes to your mother tongue, it comes naturally. Like, you talk, you go to school, you start to write, and everything comes naturally. So yeah.
Firstly, you learn the language from your parents, like accepting the information from your environment. You just repeat what you hear. I think with like the same thing with me. Also, my mother tongue was learned by repeating after my parents, and also I watched some cartoons and like games, books, and that was like, I would rather say that I was enjoying that process than studying hardly grammar, for example, English grammar. It was tough, and but now by that hard working, I achieved my like level. I don't know.
Like, you need to surround yourself with people you want to learn that language.
What about Turkey? Do Turkish people like speak in English? Like, is it easy to surround yourself or create an environment?
No, it's not easy, of course, because in Turkey it's not that common to talk in another language apart from Turkish. But I can say that in the areas that is full of tourists, like Mediterranean Aegean region or Black Sea region, it's easier for you to learn English or another language.
You can just practice speaking to foreigners.
For example, there are people, like, how can I say, merchants or anything. They learn English better than people in schools, students in schools. Like, because they don't study grammar, they don't do anything, but they only talk to the tourists. Like, they learn better than us.
I've heard that they know also Russian. Is it true?
Like, the languages that are common in Turkey, for example, German, Russian,
French also,
French, not much, but
And the next question. I gave up and just used my translator. And really, for example,
we're just learning how to teach, but we are not English dictionary.
Yeah, the same thing. And I was like, come on, I can't be a teacher.
No, I don't think like that.
Yeah, it was in the past, but right now I'm okay.
I accepted the fact that we are not English dictionary.
Yeah.
We don't have to know everything.
Yeah. But the thing is that we have to learn like things that surround ourselves. Like kitchen stuff, or maybe I don't know the name of the furniture, or
If you're a teacher, people expect you to know the basic things.
Yeah, the basic things.
Or the more advanced things.
So the next question: would you like to teach English in the same way as you were taught? Why and why not?
Totally not. Because in Turkey we have a problem with teaching English, because they teach you that second language by teaching you intense grammar. If we go back to the question how I learned English, or how I learned my mother tongue, if you want to learn a second language, I think that it should be like how you learn your mother tongue. You need to repeat and repeat. Or you need to first listen. When we were born, when we were raised, we first started to listen.
Yeah.
Then we started to talk little by little. And I would like our teachers to teach us like that. But if you are in a classroom full of people, full of students, it's so hard for you to
start to speak, even.
Not you can't deal with all of them. So you just study the grammar, you just cover the topics, and that's it. But that shouldn't be it.
You mean we know the theory, but we don't practice it. We don't practice it at home. We have the same thing in Kazakhstan. I think it's a global problem. But I know that actually our teacher said us that if you move to another country or spend even 1 year there, you will be like a native speaker, because it's because of surrounding and environment.
It's like you were born in that country and you start to learn your second mother tongue.
Because you have no option. You cannot speak in your mother tongue and you have to survive, and that's why. So, okay, the next question and the last but not least, tips to learn foreign language.
Tips to learn. Okay, I can give
your personal experience.
My personal experience. As I said, first I started to use my phone in English, the basic thing. Also, I started to read in English, and I thought about how I could do it. I bought a children's book, for example. I was reading children's book. Or you don't even have to buy it. You can also read via your phone. If you want to learn English, my basic thing was reading. I read a lot, and I listened a lot, and I guess my pronunciation is pretty good. Because my teachers also say it. It's because I listen a lot, and I advise everyone to listen that language, because when you listen that second language, you
start to repeat.
You start to repeat. You also learn how to pronounce all the words.
And actually I was I learned Russian language in this way. Like I started to watch some cartoons, Russian fairy tales, and reading some books when I was a child. And also then I started to watch some TV shows in Russian. And my family, they actually most of their time they speak in Russian. And
you were lucky.
I was lucky, and that's why some people they are shocked when I was traveling in Paris or European countries. When I started to speak with my friend in Russian, they were shocked. How can you speak in Russian? You look you are Asian, and you speak Russian perfectly. And they were shocked, and even Ukrainian people, they were shocked. Russisch? Are you Russisch? I'm like, no, you see, I'm not Russisch. I'm Asian. How can you say that I'm Russisch? And they were shocked. But that's because
your pronunciation is good.
Yeah, good. And I know some like phrasal verbs, like idioms. I use them, and I understand like the context meaning. And
also when you do it in English, they're gonna assume that you're either pretty advanced or even native.
Yeah. So, and right now we are going to the final part. Actually, my dream to visit Turkey, and before that, I want to learn Turkish. And the first question is, can you say us top 5 must visit places in Turkey?
Okay. I don't know if it's gonna be 5 places, but
okay.
I can tell. First, yes, you should definitely visit Istanbul.
Yeah,
you know that. But apart from that, I grew up in Trabzon. It's close to Russia, close to like Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia. Georgia.
And it's a pretty good place. Like the nature is awesome, and also. You mentioned once that you want to visit Kaş, Antalya.
Yes.
It's a good place too. I actually haven't visited much places in Turkey as well, but as far as I know, the Aegean region and the Mediterranean region are like awesome. You need to visit
because of the sea.
Also, they are touristic places. And Izmir maybe.
I've heard about Izmir.
Izmir also a beautiful place. And also you can visit Ankara. It's the capital of the country.
But it's mostly like not
it's
like
not close to the sea.
It's not like a place for entertainment or just enjoying the nature.
It actually we have that like structure. Mustafa Kemal Atatürk.
Your like how to say?
Our first president. His grave is also there, so people visit there. Anıtkabir. It's called Anıtkabir. People always go to Ankara to visit that place. It's also good to visit to see. So
people, Turkish people like him, and that's why What
we
about
admire him.
What about foreigners? Like, do they come?
Foreigners? Actually, I don't know much about the foreigners. I don't think they prefer to visit there because, like, why would they?
Okay. So it's about.
It's only important for us.
Because the history. You admire him.
Course.
And also, what about the can I visit all these places in 1 week, or is it possible?
No, because they're too far away. Because Turkey is too big.
So, for example, from Ankara to, for example, to Istanbul, how much?
Only 2.5 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
But you know you're gonna be tired and you need a place to
just
stay.
Relax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1 week is of course not enough.
Mm-hmm. So approximately 10 or 15 days.
Yeah. But if you have someone to stay with, or it's easier for us.
So
for you.
Is it cheaper there, or for example, I only have an experience only traveling in Europe actually, but if to like compare, Turkish is cheaper, yeah.
Of course, it's cheaper because of the currency.
Yeah, currency. But what about food or hostels or?
Actually, it's I can say average, but in the places where tourists are intense, it's also more expensive.
Yeah,
you know, because it's got to be.
But if you like just make some research and find some cheaper places.
Yeah, you can find cheaper places. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the last question, the last question. Your favorite quote or quotes in English or in Turkish? Actually, you can. Yeah,
I don't have in Turkish, but before I came here, I saw this Charles Bukowski. I guess I'm pronouncing it right.
Is it Polish, Bukowski, or? I guess it's Polish.
I don't know, no. I checked it. He's German and American, yeah.
Okay.
Half German, half American.
But he's like surname sound like Polish.
Of course, yeah. And you have to die a few times before you can really leave. It's really what happened to me in the past 2 or 3 years. Like. I totally saw the bottom and I was I don't know, like I had rough times, but in the end I always found peace, or like, you know, I pulled myself together. That's why this quote I think every person in their life, in his life or her life, suffers from problems or faces some difficulties in his life. You have to suffer to find
a peace, maybe, or in order to become much stronger.
Yeah, the better version of yourself.
I heard about this quote for the first time. And now I will remember that quote. And when I will like read this quote or see it,
you're gonna remember.
Remember about you, I'll say like Elif Bukowski. Okay, actually I have one Turkish quote which I admire. I like it. I will try to pronounce it to say it in Turkish. It's like deniz gibi insan ol. Deniz gibi. 1 second.
Do you know what that means? Or?
Yeah, actually I know about the meaning. It's like, am I telling the whole quote?
No,
can I?
I think no.
No, yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, deniz gibi insan ol. And something like, okay, okay, let's search. Because I have a image of the sea and that quote. Like deniz gibi insan.
I guess this. Wait. Deniz gibi insan ol, dışın.
Yes.
Dışın güzel olsun, için dışından da güzel.
Yes. Because I don't know why, but recently I'm fond of sea. I don't know. I just
me too.
Yeah, I just go there and relax, and you know, it's beautiful outside.
I think we should translate it because there might be people that.
Of course. So be as sea. And you're like outside, or how to say?
Yeah, your outside
should
is
be
gonna be beautiful, but your inside is gonna be more beautiful.
Yeah, more beautiful. Yeah, but because we don't know about the inside inhabitants of the sea, and everybody knows that it's better inside than outside. Yeah. So it's about like not about your beauty, like your physical beauty. You are beautiful inside. It means your soul.
Also your mind, your thoughts should be beautiful.
Yeah. So this is the end of our interview. I hope you enjoyed our conversation. If you liked it, please subscribe, or I don't know, put some thumbs up. And,
we enjoyed it a lot.
And if you have some extra questions, you can just type it on the comments. And also, if it's possible, may I mention your like Instagram?
Of course. No problem.
So see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Let's say in Turkish. Güle güle.
Güle güle. Görüşürüz.
Görüşürüz.